Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Carl York Center here at Fairland High School, where tonight's Ohio Valley Conference clash will be between two rival schools. The visiting Chesapeake Panthers, sporting a record of 7-8, 4-6 in the conference, and the homestanding Fairland Dragons, who have a record of 9-3 and 6-0 in the conference. The Dragons have been off for 2 weeks due to COVID contact tracing. Their last game out, they played Cold Grove, and next day one of their players tested positive, so the Dragons had to go in quarantine for 2 weeks, and they're back in action again tonight. Starting tonight for the shorthanded Chesapeake Panthers, number 0 is 6'1" freshman Caleb Schneider. Number 2, a 6'1" senior, Nathan Cox. Number 4, a 5'11" junior, Levi Blankenship. Number 32, 6-foot junior, Ben Bragg. And the 5th starter is a 6-foot junior, Jacob Limley. We're going to pause right now and for the playing of our country's national anthem, be sung by Kia Booth, who does an outstanding job.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's varsity boys matchup is the visiting Chesapeake Panthers and your Fairland Dragons. This time, let's everyone please stand to sing the national anthem. Singing the anthem tonight will be Miss Kia Booth.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrecking, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Before we get to the Fairland starters, joining me tonight on the broadcast is a former player, a former assistant coach, and now the athletic director at Fairland High School, Mr. Jeff Gorby.
Good evening, Coach. How are you been today?
Oh, it's basketball 30.
It is. It's great to be here. You know, my first broadcast of the year at the high school level. I did a middle school game the other night. So I'm excited to see what's on tap tonight for this wonderful matchup.
How do you think the layoff could affect the Fairland Dragons? I talked to Coach Speed, and he said they had 4 days of practice. So he's a little worried about game speed and game legs.
Yeah.
See how winded it might be.
Definitely going to affect them. You know, they got to come back Friday night. It was their first practice back after being off for 2 weeks. You know, Coach, that's going to affect everybody. You know, as coming back from your days coaching, you know, you gave them 2-3 days off for Christmas break, and they'd come back and they'd be a little sluggish. But I think they come back hungry tonight. It's been 2 weeks.
I was thinking, you know, they're a very talented team, and they may have a little rust, but I look for them to shake it off and play up to their capabilities.
Going to be an interesting matchup. Chesapeake's last win in this series was in February of 2015 right here in this gym.
Wow.
Fairland's won 13 straight, including the district semifinals last year. So,
wow, that's a pretty good run right there. I'm going to give you the Fairland starters right now. Number 0, Jacob Polson, a 6'5" senior forward. The guy that really makes him go, 6-foot junior guard Aiden Porter. Gavin Hunt, a lockdown defender, 6'1" senior guard. Clayton Thomas, 5'9" senior guard. And Jordan Williams, who's jumping center. The Dragons win the tap. Hunt brings it in, goes high to the top of the circle with Polson over to Thomas. Thomas back down inside to Polson. He's looking. Now he dribbles back out between the circles, hands it off to Porter. Polson lets one fly from 3. It's off the back of the rim, rebounded in there by number 32, Ben Bragg.
33.
Jacob Limley puts it up and in, and Chesapeake had an early lead, 2-zip. 7:20 to go on a running clock. Thomas out top to Polson. Polson looking, gives it back to Porter. Porter dribbles to the left, back down inside. Oh, they left Clayton Thomas wide open. And it's short, but he goes and gets the rebound, puts it up and in.
Coach,
Great job following the shot right there.
Coach, that's one kid you don't want to leave open. He's going to capitalize on that error more than he's going to miss on that. So you definitely don't want to leave him open.
No, I've seen it. He's liable to make 5 in a row. He's liable to miss a couple.
Big circus shot there by Levi Blankenship. Drive down the lane, kind of scoop it up and in for the Panthers.
They left him open again. That one's short. And it's gathered in there by Bragg. Bragg gets it to Nathan Cox. He stops the foul line, puts it up, and it's off the rim. Rebounded in there by Jordan Williams. He brings it across the timeline over to Hunt. Hunt over in the corner to Clayton. He drives to the middle, hands it off to Hunt. Oh, handed it off. That was Aiden Porter. Cut to the basket, laid it up and in. It's 4-4 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Levi Blankenship. With Caleb. I believe
Looks like it's going to be a foul on Polson. It's going to be his first, team first. Coach, I know you talked to Coach Speed before the game. You see Polson limping around there a little bit. I don't know whether he'd mentioned to you that.
no.
Let's see, he's got some new tape on his knees that we're not used to seeing.
Oh. Looks like a good old-fashioned floor burn.
Maybe.
There's a deep 3 by the left-hander, Snyder. It's off the rim, pulled out of there by Clayton Thomas. He gets it over to Williams. Williams quickly across the timeline. Going hard to the basket, back out to Porter. Porter into Polson at the top of the key. He's looking. Gets it over to Hunt. Hunt, guys, Porter. He misses one off the front of the rim, and it's rebounded in there by Nathan Cox. And a loose ball picked up by Snyder. Cox puts it up, and it's off the side of the rim. Brought down the court by Clayton Thomas. Over in the corner to Hunt. Hunt lets one fly. It's off the rim, rebounded in there by Snyder.
Steal.
That's just stolen by Hunt. Hunt puts it back up and in.
We got it.
And with 4:54 to go in the first quarter, the Dragons lead by 2, 6-4.
We got a 30-second timeout by Chesapeake. Coach, I think we talked about it there at the top of the show. Fairland is going to come out a little bit stagnant. Got to get back in the flow of things. And I think we're seeing that right now. Even though they're up 6-4, we've seen some wide open shots that they normally make, not go down for them, not rebounding well right now. It'd be interesting to see as this game goes on throughout the first quarter here and into the second, how quick that they're able to shrug that off.
Yeah, that's I call that rust.
Yeah.
They're just a little rusty right now. They haven't been out on the court for 2 weeks. They did get some practice time in before tonight's game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's showing.
Yep. But also our 3 officials tonight is William Jordan, Marcus Thompson, and Jason Purcell. These 3 guys have been calling games. I think each of them's had at least one state tournament game, if not a state finals game. 3 really seasoned veteran officials.
Cox brings it in to Snyder. Snyder at the top of the key. He's looking. He gets it over to Bragg. Bragg back out to Lemley. Lemley over to Nathan Cox. He drives. And Clayton Thomas puts up a three. Comes off the rim. And that pass is stolen by Hayden Porter. He drops it off to Clayton Thomas. He tries to put up a shot, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Looks like the foul is on number 32, Ben Bragg. The Panthers, that's his first. Team first. Clayton Thomas going to the line to shoot 2.
Each team with one team foul. 4:16 to go. Thomas shot is up and in. Just seeing that ball go through the net right there, Coach, will do wonders for him. You watch.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he needed. See it go through.
Confidence is contagious, I believe. I heard you and Coach Snyder say that a lot. Confidence is contagious.
Well, his second shot is good, and the Dragons lead 8-4. That ball's picked by Jacob Polson. Polson to Porter. He's down the lane. He loses it. Levi Blankenship comes out there with it. Blankenship to Cox. Cox to Lemley. Bragg. Excuse me, that was Lemley who took it to the basket. Bragg dropped it off to Lemley. He took it in and laid it up. A wide open layup. 8-6, 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Williams down low with it. He's working on Levi. He puts the shot up. He misses it. It's rebounded out long to Polson. Polson finds Hayden Porter in the corner, and he drains the three. It's the first three of the game. There's a three put up by Jacob Lemley. It's off the front of the rim. Brought down the floor by Hunt. Hunt hands off to Williams. Williams to Porter. Porter in the post to Polson. Polson down low to Williams. Oh, and he throws it out of bounds. Checking in for the Dragons, number 11, Xander Schmidt. And Jacob Polson checks out. 2:58 to go on a running clock. Dragons lead 11-6.
You know, Coach Xander brings, kind of changes the game just a little bit, can speed it up. He's very aggressive defensively.
And he can score the basketball.
He can score, he can shoot.
Levi Blankenship out top to Schneider. Schneider dribbling at the elbow, gives it back to Levi. Levi to Nathan Cox. He puts up a short jumper. It's off the rim, and coming out of there with it is Clayton Thomas. Thomas to Porter. Porter back to Thomas. Porter's going to let one fly from the top of the key. That was nothing but money.
And, you know, Coach, AP's not a kid that you can let get on fire. He hits 2 or 3, he's going to run away with this ball game. You got to challenge every shot that he's going to put up.
He's a dominator. He can just take a game over.
Yes, he can.
That pass is down low to Xander Smith. He puts up a left-handed layup, and it's off the rim. And quickly another timeout by Coach Ryan Davis with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. The Dragons lead 14-6.
You know, Coach, we were running some numbers earlier today. AP Porter comes into this ball game, 947 career points. Clayton Thomas comes in with 804 career points. And Coach Speed comes in with 195 career wins to this game. You know, that's a tribute to this team and their shooting ability and the amount of shots that this team puts up in a ball game. To be able to have 2 kids that close to 1,000, you know, says a lot for their ability.
Well, I read in the paper today they're going to play like 8 games in the next 16 days. So
Yeah.
I think both of those will eclipse the 1,000-point mark pretty easily.
Yes. And, you know, with the new format this year, looks like the tournament games are probably going to get possibly up to 3 home tournament games here, which is something that, you know, we're not used to in the state of Ohio. Those sectional games would be here, and the district semi game would be here.
Wow.
You know,
Chesapeake's Cox brings the ball up. He dribbles right, hands off to Snyder. Snyder to Bragg. Ben Bragg puts up a jumper, and it rattles in, and it's 14-8. Jordan Williams brings the ball down the floor, hands off to Porter. Porter to Hunt, back out top to Porter. To the left side to Schmidt. Schmidt goes inside. Oh.
he had Hunt wide open there. Hunt just
Yeah.
made one read, and he was wide open. He turns right around. That's a layup for Hunt.
Yeah, he did not turn his head and look for the ball.
Nate
Checking
Thacker,
in for
Nate Thacker checking in the game for the Dragons. 6'4" senior. He's played in spurts, played well, very long, athletic kid. Plays good defense and can shoot the three.
Yeah, I like him. I like them long arm, skinny kids. He's had some great games for the Dragons this year. Limley out top. He hands it off to Snyder. Snyder thinks better, gets it over to
Snyder with the missed three
Bragg.
there.
And the air ball thrown up there by Nathan Cox. Boom.
It's going to be a foul on Levi Blankenship. It's his first, team's second.
That was Clayton Thomas. Great shot fake, one dribble, put it up, knocked it down, and was fouled on the play. He'll go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Coach, that was a shot right there we don't see a lot of in high school basketball. A little mid-range jumper.
Or any basketball.
Yeah, that's true, any basketball. It's either a three or a layup. That's all we see in today's game.
Yep. Snyder out top for the Panthers. He gets it in to Cox. Cox and Limley. Limley over to Snyder. Snyder back out top to Cox. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. There's a jump ball forced in there by Jordan Williams.
Chesapeake's going to maintain possession here the last 3 seconds of this quarter.
There's a three launched by Ben Bragg, and it's off the back of the rim, rebounded by Jordan Williams. Puts up a shot, wouldn't have been good, didn't get it out of his hands, but pretty close. So that's the end of the first quarter, and the Dragons take a 17-8 lead.
Coach, that was a good quarter there. A little rusty starting out, as to be expected for the Dragons. AP got some shots to fall. Clayton gets a couple shots. Now we're starting to see that normal Fairland basketball, up and down the floor, playing good defense, pushing the ball, getting some good shot selection. Gotten the rust wore off just a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're going to do fine. I watched them play their game down at Chesapeake. It was warm out.
Yes.
And the deal was Chesapeake couldn't make shots. And it's pretty much the same story tonight. They just can't make shots. But he's shorthanded, and I'm sure they miss Travis Grimm, a 5'9" senior who is out with an injury.
Coach, you know, going back to your days of coaching, what do you think Coach Davis is kind of telling his kids right now, coming out down 17-8? They battled, but what do you think he was telling them there in the huddle?
I think, don't look at the scoreboard. Just play through it. Do your best. Give it all you got. It's all you can do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of game left, so there's no reason to panic.
Right.
Porter takes a baseline, cross the baseline to Clayton Thomas. He misses the three, and it's rebounded in there by Snyder. Snyder to Levi. Blankenship puts up an air ball. Might have been partially blocked. There's a shot put up by Porter. It was blocked, and he came down with it, but he was out of bounds. Snyder inbounds to Cox. Cox back to Snyder. Just a freshman. Left-hander puts up a shot, and it's off the front of the rim. Porter pulls it down, races across the timeline, gives it to Clayton Thomas, who puts up a 24-footer around the rim and in. Dragons lead 20-8. 7 minutes to go in this half.
You know, Coach, we've seen that big 24-foot shot there from Clayton Thomas. You know, and we've seen it his whole career. Once he crosses half court, he's open.
Yeah.
He's open. So, you know, you can't leave him open anywhere. Inside half court, he's going to shoot it.
I remember he was a freshman. He didn't play a whole lot, but we were up at Ohio University, and they put him in for last-second offense, and he hit a big three in a really big game. Porter drives down left side, comes to a jump stop, puts it up and off the glass, and it's in. It's 22-8. This game is quickly getting out of hand. Limley to Cox. Cox to Snyder. Snyder over to Limley. Blankenship gets the ball over to Cox. Cox back out top to Limley. Down inside to Snyder. Snyder brings it back out to Blankenship. Blankenship to Limley. Turns, spins, puts it up. It's off the side of the rim. Pulled down in there by, I think it was Nathan Thacker. Thacker open on the right baseline, puts up a three and drains it. 25-8, 5:46 on a running clock.
You know, Coach, the tournament seeding draw information's due tonight. Fairland's got to make another statement win. You know, they've had some great wins this year. Their RPI is there, but they have to make a statement tonight. We've been off 2 weeks. We've got to come back and compete because it's completely different from when you were coaching. Everything's done online now behind the computer screen, and you're voting everybody in this super sectional. There's 30-plus teams in that section.
Wow, I know it. I was looking at the girls' tournament draw the other day. It showed us 16 teams, and I'm thinking, what happened to the other 16? They were on the other side of the bracket.
Other end of the bracket.
Thomas gets it on the right side, puts it up. It's off the back of the rim. Blankenship comes out there with it. Gives it over to Cox. Cox to Snyder. Snyder hands it back off to Blankenship. Checking in for the Panthers is number 5, Danny Maynard, a 5'7" freshman, out top with the ball. Hands it off to Snyder. Snyder looks, thinks better of it, and gets it over to Maynard. Oh, there's a nice pass.
Nice cut
from Snyder on a great cut to the basket by Nathan Cox. He puts it up and in, 25-10. Oh, there's a great drop-off from Porter to Clayton Thomas, who's wide open for the layup, puts it up and in, 27-10. The freshman, Maynard, puts one up. It's rebounded by Cox. Cox is a little bit short on the little jump hook in the lane. Porter's going to let one fly. Around the rim and out. And coming out of there with it.
Good hustle.
That's a jump ball.
It's going to be Chesapeake possession.
Jacob Polson checked back in. Thomas going to check out. Jordan Williams checks back in. And Polson back out.
Gavin Hunt coming in there for the Dragons.
We got Porter, Hunt, Schmidt, Williams, and Thacker.
You know, Coach, as we look up our scoreboard, AP and Clayton Thomas, they have 21 of the Dragons' 27 points. It's kind of been a two-man show here so far.
Limley over to Cox. Cox to Maynard. Maynard down the corner to Limley. Back out top to Blankenship. Blankenship to Maynard. Maynard's going to let one fly, and it's an air ball. And coming out of there with it is Gavin Hunt. Porter takes it hard to the basket, puts it up, and he's fouled.
Foul's going to be on number 4, Levi Blankenship. It's going to be his second, team third. AP Porter going to the line, shooting 2 for the Dragons.
That's the third team foul on the Panthers. Dragons still only have committed only one foul. Porter to the line. Eyes the basket, puts it up, and it's good.
Okay. Got number 30, Steeler Leap, getting ready to check into the ballgame. He's going to be replacing Porter. I think this is probably Steeler's first significant playing time of the year coming up for him here.
Second shot up by Porter is good. The Steeler Leap checks in for him. Boy, he's a good-looking sophomore.
He is. He spent some time in the weight room. He's really developed over the last year, Coach. Just leaps and bounds. We were talking about him before the ballgame, me and some coaches were, how much he has developed, how much he's got his body to grow a little bit for him. He's going to be a great player over the next 2 years for the Dragons.
Snyder tries to break through the screen, and he knocks.
The officials are going to discuss here whether it's an offensive foul or a defensive foul.
That foul's on Xander Schmidt.
It's on Xander Schmidt.
I went a little too strong to that screen there, Coach.
He looked like a pulling guard going through there, Coach, instead of a finesse guard on the basketball team.
Taking it out for the Panthers on the side is Cox. Cox down the corner to Blankenship, or excuse me, that's Limley. Limley out to Blankenship. Blankenship to Cox. Blankenship's taking it to the hole, puts it up, and he's fouled on the floor before the shot. Dragons lead 29-10 with 3:07 to go in the first half.
It's going to be on the Dragons' Nate Thacker. It's going to be his first, team third of the quarter.
Taking the ball out of bounds is Cox. That was to Newman. Newman puts it up, and it's rebounded by Xander Schmidt. He gets it out to Jordan Williams. Williams to Schmidt. Schmidt back to Williams. Down low to Steeler Leap. He kicks it out to Nate Thacker, and he drains a three from the left corner. Blankenship's going to try one. It's off the front of the rim, rebounded by Schmidt. Schmidt brings it up the floor. Over to Hunt. Hunt says, I'm going to give it a shot. Boom. Nothing at the bottom of the net for Gavin Hunt.
Coach, I tell you, this little Dennis Hamlin, I believe it is number 5 for the Danny Maynard. Sorry. Danny Maynard. He's been fearless out there. He's been in there fighting with the bigs for rebounds. He's setting screens. He's trying to take charges. Kid's impressive to be a full freshman.
Yeah, he's just 5'7". Caleb Snyder puts up a three and drains it. And it's 35-13 with 1:57 on a running clock. Hunt takes it strong to the hole, puts it up. That's short. Coming out with it is Blankenship. He gets it up to Limley. Limley takes it to the hole. There's another three by Cox. That's off the mark. Williams comes out there with it. A little racehorse basketball right now.
Yeah, we are.
They're going to give it to Boone. I believe that boy's found his touch. Nathan Thacker, it's his third three of the half. 1:26 on a running clock. Dragons 38-13, 25-point lead. Blankenship to Snyder. Snyder down the lane, puts up the fadeaway. It's in and out. Williams comes out there with it. Races down the floor. Over to Thacker. Thacker to Schmidt.
Three.
Says, I'll give it a shot. It's off the back of the rim. And that was Jacob Limley taking it to the hole. And he gets fouled on the drive by Xander Schmidt.
That's his second, team fourth of the half.
Going to the line for the Chesapeake Panthers, number 32, Ben Bragg, 6-foot junior. First shot is up and off the front of the rim. Pretty good crowd tonight, Coach, for a COVID game.
Real good crowd for the circumstances we've been having here.
Most I've seen this gym this year.
I know it.
Second shot up by Bragg is up and good. And
Jacob Limley
38-14.
Checking back into the game for the Panthers.
57 seconds to go in the half. And checking back into the game. Maynard kid, he's not afraid of anybody, is he?
No, he's not.
He's pushing Jordan Williams around. He doesn't come up to his shoulders. Schmidt down inside to Thacker, to Williams. Williams backdoor cut to Leap. He puts it up and drops in. Steeler Leap.
It was a great backdoor cut there by Leap to get himself open. Just stayed with it. Little ball fake, got him layup to go down.
There's a steal by Hunt. This should be a wide open layup. It is. 42-14. Blankenship brings it up across the floor. Out top to Cox. Cox to Blankenship. Back to Cox. Back to Blankenship. He drives down the lane. And there's a scuffle now. Schmidt's off on the run out. And he got it to go. That's a shooter's touch right there. Hit the back of the rim, the front of the rim, and back down in. So your score at the end of the first half, the Dragons are up 30, 44-14. It's going to be a tough night for the Panthers. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back to you here in about 9 minutes or so. Okay, welcome back to the Carl York Center. Tonight's boys Ohio Valley Conference basketball game. The Dragons have put up 44 here in the first half and lead it by 30, 44-13. The Dragons will start their lineup they're starting the game with, which is Polson, Porter, Hunt, Thomas, and Williams. They'll get the ball out on the side. Thomas brings it in to Jordan Williams. He gathers it in at half court, down the corner to Hunt. Hunt to Polson. Polson back out top to Thomas. He puts up a three, and it's off the side of the rim. Coming out there with his Blankenship. He hands it to Snyder. Snyder to Cox. Cox to Limley. Snyder puts up a three, and it's off the side of the rim. Coming out there with it, Gavin Hunt to Porter. Porter to Thomas. Thomas out top to Hunt. He looks down low, finds Porter. Porter returns the pass, cross court. Hands it, tries to get it to Porter, who lost it, but picked up by Williams. Williams to Thomas. It's off the back of the rim. But Williams comes out of there with it. Thomas puts it up, and it's short. Coming out of there with it is Limley. Limley to Blankenship, back to Limley. Snyder takes it down the lane and loses it off the foot of Williams. And it'll be the Panthers' ball underneath their own basket.
Coach, you know, as I sit here and I listen to you talk about all these kids from Chesapeake, man, they're all young. They're going to be a force to reckon with here in the next couple of years. You keep talking about freshmen, sophomore, freshman, sophomore.
Cox is a senior, the only senior that's playing.
Right.
Travis Grimm's a senior, but he's hurt and is not playing tonight. Cox with it to Blankenship. Blankenship hands off to Limley. Limley back to Snyder. Snyder to Blankenship. Back out to Snyder. Snyder goes down the lane, puts up the left-hander, and it's good. And 44-16, 6:17 on a running clock. Thomas brings it across the line to Williams. Williams looking for Polson. Takes it to the right side. Now they get it inside to Polson. Polson back to Porter. Porter to Thomas. Thomas gets it into Williams, gets it down low to Polson. He puts it up with the left hand. It's good. I think that's his first points of the game. Cox to Blankenship. Blankenship round to pick. Snyder puts it up. It's off the front of the rim. Porter comes out there with it, races across the timeline, over to Clayton Thomas. Got his own rebound again and put it back up.
Coach Clayton Thomas
That's good
has to be.
basketball right there.
He has
Follow
to be
your shot.
leading the team in
Used to say
rebounds
that all
right
the
now,
time.
too.
Blankenship gets an uncontested layup down the right side. and it's good, 48-18. Porter left open. He puts up a three. Around the rim. Rebounded by Hunt, but he misses a stick back. Snyder. Snyder loses it. Hunt picks it up. Going hard to the basket. Kicks it out to Porter. Porter lets a three fly from the left corner. It's off the rim. And Blankenship came out of there with it, but he stepped on the end line. It'll be Dragons basketball.
Coaches, we look at that defensive play up here by Hunt, by Gavin Hunt. He's such an athlete. I mean, you know, he's a D6 Southeast Player of the Year in the football team. Out here, he's usually got one of the better players he's guarding. He's able to play up around the rim. He's just a phenomenal athlete, and it's showing right here in this ball game.
Coach, I watched him halftime. When they came out, he stood over at Clayton Thomas range, 24, 25 feet, drained 7 in a row.
7 in a row.
Missed his 8th one. I thought, Lord, that boy needs to shoot a little more.
Right, he does, doesn't he?
Of course, there's a little difference when somebody's in your face.
Right.
But he drained 7 in a row.
You know, and all these kids, they've grown up, and the only thing they've known to do is just shoot the basketball, shoot the basketball, shoot the basketball. And that goes back to, you know, their days in middle school basketball with Scott Thomas and Evan Sayers doing a great job of coaching those guys over there, getting a lot of shots up, getting up here. They played a lot of minutes at the varsity level, learning the game. They played a lot of games, Coach. You know, Fairland over the last 7, 8 years have had the opportunity to play 25, 26 ball games a year. And when you play that many high school basketball games and you get to play as much as they do in the summer and these kids playing AAU ball,
yeah,
you're going to learn to shoot the basketball well.
You got 5 starters back from last year who was 1 game away from making it to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, and the old COVID struck, knocked everybody out. You're all right. Dragons inbound the balls. Porter brings it up the right side, across the line. Gets it to Hunt. Hunt's going to dribble out. Now he's got it down inside to Polson. Polson puts it up and in. 50-18. 4:10 on a running clock. Cox puts up a jumper from the right elbow, and it's good. 50-20. Williams brings it down to Hunt. Hunt fakes the handoff. Now he hands it to Thomas. Thomas over to Porter. Porter goes baseline, and he's fouled by Ben Bragg.
It's going to be his second, Coach.
Blocking foul. That's team foul number 1 of the half. And the
couple substitutions there for the Dragons. Xander Schmidt and Nate Thacker coming into the game for the Dragons. And then Danny Maynard coming in for the Panthers. Didn't want to get his name wrong. I got it wrong there a couple times a while ago.
Out top is Snyder to Maynard. Maynard hands it over to Limley, Limley. Limley back to Maynard, shot fake. And he's picked by Gavin Hunt. He goes up and misses the layup, but he's fouled. He's fouled on a play.
Levi Blankenship. It's going to be his third, team second of a half. Hunt's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
3:18 to go in the third quarter. Dragons leading by 32. Hunt's going to go to the line. Puts up the first shot, and it's good.
Coach, while Hunt's shooting his second free throw here, we need to congratulate your normal broadcast partner, Dave Carroll. His junior high girls team won down at Portsmouth tonight. I think it was 20 points.
They were up 26-6 at halftime. My daughter texted me.
And that secured a conference championship for our middle school, him and Coach McClung. So they are conference champions. Start your tournament later on next week sometime.
Yeah, I think Portsmouth was the only one who really gave him a game this year.
Yeah. It was a 2-point game here, so
Right.
to go down there and in their place and win by 20, that's saying a lot for the improvement of the team.
I think he'll be a little happier now.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy with that 18-point victory last week.
Right.
Xander Smith checks in for the Dragons. He comes in for Polson. He misses the shot.
Ben Bragg checking back in for the Panthers. He's replacing Jacob Limley.
Cox brings it up the floor, across the timeline. Gets a pick in there by Schneider. Pulls it up, shoots it, and it's good. 54-22, 2:37 to go. Porter. That's off his leg, out of bounds. It'll be the Panthers basketball.
You see Clayton Thomas checking back into the game for AP Porter. And you see Steeler Leap checking back into the game for Gavin Hunt.
Cox brings it down the floor. He puts it over to Bragg. Bragg out top to Schneider. Schneider to Blankenship. He takes it hard to the hole, lays it up, and it's off the side of the rim. That's a good drive. Just didn't get it to go down. Schmidt to Nate Thacker. Steeler Leap takes it in. He's short on the layup, but it's knocked out of bounds there by Schneider, and it'll be the Dragon ball underneath their own basket. Clayton Thomas, the inbound for the Dragons. He gets it into Williams. Williams takes it to the hole, puts it up, and good. Nice left hand there, Coach.
Oh, a very good left hand. Jordan's not a kid that scores a lot, but he plays well. He commands the center of the paint on defense. He handles the ball some offensively for the Dragons.
Yep.
Well-rounded player. Glad to see him getting on the scoreboard today.
That basket there by the Panthers was by Levi Blankenship. Clayton Thomas, top of the key to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to let a 25-footer go. Boom! Nothing at the bottom of the well.
Nothing but net there on that one, Coach.
59-24, 121 on a running clock. Schneider with it on the left wing, out top to Bragg. Bragg to Cox. Cox back over to Danny Maynard, and he hits it off the leg of Cox, and it's out of bounds. Dragon basketball. 1:03 to go, 59-24. Want to give a shout out to a couple old buddies of mine. Chris Smith and Aaron Rice. Chris was a former coach. He coached the defensive secondary for me and the receivers.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rice has been doing battle with him since he was in high school.
Not since high school.
I'll never forget that triple overtime game.
Coach Smith's a great guy. He was my junior high coach, and then he's also part of that 93 staff and 94 staff that you were the head coach of. I can't say enough about Chris. He's the president of our league right now. He's done a tremendous job of directing the High Valley Conference through the tough trials of the COVID.
Really.
That's a huge undertaking for him to be able to do that, and still manage everything. Big shout out to Chris Smith for that and his efforts.
The guy's been around for a while.
Yes, he has.
They make me really feel old. That ball's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Panthers. You think Clayton's upset there? There's a three-quarter court shot by Cox. And that's the end of the third quarter. The Dragons leading 61-24.
Coach, we've talked a lot about these players from both teams. We've talked about Thomas. We've talked about Porter. We've talked about Williams. We've talked about Blankenship and Cox and some of these other kids from Chesapeake. but just the amount of wins, coaching knowledge, both of them have a state tournament appearance of these two coaches. You know, you don't get any better than this in Southern Ohio to get these two guys together. He reminds me a lot of watching you and Coach Pearson on the sideline here back in the day. Maybe not quite as heated and animated, but still two very knowledgeable
I want to
coaches.
tell you what, Coach Pearson, I heard from Coach Davis that he has suffered some kind of a stroke or heart attack, and he's not doing great.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to shout out to Norm. Norm's I want to tell you, he's a great competitor, number 2 or 3 in wins in the state. And they say he's sitting on a bench not yelling at officials or not yelling at players. He's definitely sick.
He is. He is.
Norm and I played golf 3 or 4 times this summer, and we're pretty good friends. And shout out to Norm, one of the best coaches in the state of Ohio.
Yes. Hey, you know, I've had the opportunity to work with Ryan on a daily basis as an athletic director. Just a great human being. You know, he's you see him sitting down right now, but he's still coaching these kids as hard as he was at the beginning of the game.
Oh, he seems like a really nice guy. I talked to him before the game, and
yes, great
he knows
guy.
He's a little outmanned. Maynard takes the ball top of the key, and he's fouled in there by Gavin Hunt.
It's going to be his first, team second of the
Who was that?
On Gavin Hunt.
Oh, yeah, Gavin Hunt. There's the out of bounds play to Maynard. He puts it up, and it's short. Coming out with it is Williams. He's racing down the floor. Boy, he gets down the floor quick. There's a wide open layup. Xander Schmidt misses, puts up another one on the rebound from Steeler Leap, and there's a shot by Cox. And Steeler Leap comes out there with it.
Coach, you got to say, you got to point out that defense right there by Jordan Williams. It wasn't, you're looking at it and you think, he's just trying to get out of the way. But he's just straight up. He doesn't foul the kid. It's just great defense right there by Jordan on that last possession.
I tell you, I'm impressed with his speed getting up and down the floor.
Yes. Xander Smith, nothing but the bottom of the net again. It's his second of the game.
Caleb Snyder with it out top. Over to Bragg. Bragg back to Snyder. He lets a 3 go. It's in and out, but rebounded in there by Maynard.
Danny Maynard.
Danny Maynard puts it up and in, the 5'7" freshman.
Again, littlest guy on the floor coming up with the rebound, put back there. Fear. I mean, Coach, he just has zero fear tonight in this game. He's been attacking and getting after it.
There's a shot put up by, I think it was
Got a foul
Porter.
on
It was
Steeler
short.
Leap.
Steeler Leap picks up his first foul.
Yep.
That's team foul number 3 on the Dragons. 6:37 to go in the game. Dragons up 64-26. Cox brings the ball down the floor. Over to Maynard. Maynard back out top to Blankenship. He takes it down the lane, drops it off, and it's put up by Snyder. And he's fouled by Jordan Williams. That's his second foul. And going to the line is Caleb Snyder, 6'1" freshman. Left-hander, puts it up, and it's in. Snyder, second shot is up and good. Porter brings it up the right sideline, across the line. Takes it hard to the hole. You got to get in front of that fella.
You got to.
When he puts his head down, he's gone.
And Coach, we've seen
I
that
like seeing him
several.
run the football.
Yes, we've seen this several times this year that AP's had 12, 14 points going into the fourth quarter and ends up with 30.
I know.
He's took over the fourth quarter of some of these games.
That was Levi Blankenship on a great spin move and a layup. 66-30, 5:51 to go. Xander Schmidt puts up another 3, and it's down. 69 points. That pass intercepted by Hunt. Hunt taking it hard to the hole. He spins.
Oh, big block there. Big block by.
There's a pass. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Over and back.
Nathan Cox challenging Gavin Hunt's shot right there, and it was a big block by him. Coach, while we got a minute here, we want to give a huge shout out to Armstrong and yourself for coming in and doing these games for us and just getting it out there in this weird time, this pandemic, where parents and the only ones allowed to come to watch it. A lot of our fans watching tonight. And Coach, we appreciate everything you've done to help us out this season, from football to basketball, to making sure people can watch these games. We really do appreciate what you and Armstrong have done for us here.
Well, I tell you, Doug Morris, he does a great job with the broadcast. He gets everything ready, and I appreciate your help. I wouldn't know these fellas if you didn't give me these paper. Limley with the left-hand layup off the glass and good, 69-32. Just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Porter out to J.D. Thacker. He puts up a three. That's off the rim, but rebounded in there by Gavin Hunt. He takes it back inside to, I think that was Porter. He puts it up, but he's fouled. Shot doesn't go. And that foul was Danny Maynard.
It's his first, team third. Porter at the line shooting 2.
Porter at the line. He eyes the basket, puts it up and in. I'd say they've hit 70 mark. I think the rest is gone.
I think so. I think the rest is. He didn't take him too long to work that rust off there in the first quarter.
Porter's second shot is up and good, and he's going to be taken out of the ball game for Nate Thacker, number 22. Nate Thacker, 6'4" senior guard, long and lanky. Cox to Schneider, back to Schneider. He puts up a three. It's in and out. Hunt comes out of there with the rebound, brings it down the floor. Takes it hard to the hole, puts it up, but it's knocked out of bounds by Nathan Cox. Nice block. Dragons inbound the ball to Williams. He loses it. And taking it all the way and laying it up and in, Nathan Cox, 6'1" senior.
Looks like Coach Speed's going to empty his bench here with about 4 minutes left in this contest.
Hunt with the ball, dribbling over on the right wing. Takes it down the corner, hands it off to Williams. Williams back out to Schmidt. He's going to try another one. Boom.
Another one. That fourth or fifth one of this game.
I wonder how many threes they have made tonight. Putting it up is Schneider. He's fouled on the play. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Number 4, J.D. Thacker with the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 5 on the Dragons. 3:42 to go in the game. Dragons leading by 40. 74-34. Schneider's first shot is up and in. And here comes Steeler leap. Will Davis.
And Chase Allen.
Into
the game.
So you have
for Chesapeake, you got Austin Henderson checking into the game. J.D. Daniels.
Shot is up and in. Chase Allen down to Nate Thacker. He lays it up and in. Nice move on the baseline. Levi Blankenship with the ball. Danny Maynard off to Schneider. Schneider takes it up, and it's good. Nice move in there by Caleb Schneider. Lays it up with the left hand. Good. He's fouled on J.D. Thacker.
Second foul on team. 16 foul.
Schneider puts it up and in. 76-39. Will Davis with the ball, dribbling out front. He takes it down to Nate Thacker. Thacker back out top to Steeler Leap. Leap drives down the right side. Back out to Thacker. Thacker looks down inside to J.D. Thacker, his brother. He misses, but Nate gets the rebound, puts it up, and it's off the glass. And it's out of bounds. It'll be, those guys aren't brothers, right?
They're brothers.
Nate and J.D.
They are brothers, Nate and J.D. Cameron Shockley's checking in the game. Timeout.
So, Coach Davis has called another timeout.
Full timeout. While we got a couple minutes here, the administration here at Fairland has done an outstanding job this year of keeping us in the building 5 days a week. When we talk about Miss Ronnie Hayes and the job that she's done and here for the Fairland district, and it just flows down to my principal, my bosses, Tessa Leap, Melvin Cunningham. I kid her all the time, my assistant AD, Renee Marshall, what they've done for this district to keep us up and running this year and to allow me to do the job that I do here and promoting the athletic department. I could never thank that group of people and Miss Hayes, Miss Leap, Mr. Cunningham, and Miss Marshall and Miss Snyder enough for what they do for me. And I want to give them a shout out here while I had a chance. I appreciate you guys and everything you do. And you're the reason that we're successful here at Fairland.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on the news about getting back to school, and I'm so thankful that we have been in school every day.
Every day.
And,
we had a little 2-week hiatus there in October, and it wasn't because of kids. It was more we had some staff members that had been exposed, and it was hard to find subs. So that's the only 2 weeks that we've been out. We've been in the whole time, and it's worked. It's worked for us, Coach.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's great for the kids. The kids have got to have some interaction, some social interaction with each other. And I mean, I hear this stuff about the suicide rate going up, and like 30 kids in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it just breaks my heart that they can't see that these kids need to be in school.
Yep. They need that. They need that interaction. They need their friends. They need to be around their friends.
And they need the education.
Yep. My littlest one she spent 2 weeks. She was exposed. Thank goodness she did not contract it, but she was exposed. We had to quarantine her for 2 weeks. And that was probably one of the hardest things, Coach, I've done in my life is to explain to a 7-year-old why you got to stay in your room and be quarantined and not see your friends. It was tough. So, and she was ready to go back after that 14-day quarantine.
Leap with the ball out top. He gets it to the right wing to Nate Thacker. Down the corner, Will Davis. He takes it hard to the hole. Back out to Nate Thacker, to J.D. Thacker. Up top, Chase Allen. Allen dribbles. Gets it back to Davis. Davis trying to get it inside to Chase Allen. It's knocked away, but he retrieves it. Now J.D. Thacker's going to go to the hole and puts up a floater, and it's good. 78-41, 1:37 on a running clock. That shot is up by Caleb Schneider. He's had a good half.
Good half. Real good half.
I mean, they had 14 points at halftime, and they've put up 29 here in the second half. Nate Thacker with it, the right elbow, over to J.D. J.D. back out to Chase Allen. Allen down low to J.D. J.D. gets it, throws it in, but it's picked off there by Snyder, and he loses it out of bounds. But it's knocked out of bounds by Chase Allen, and the Panthers will. And Coach Davis going to empty his bench. 1:05 to go.
Braxton Oldacre, 44, checking into the game. Number 34, Zach Steep. And
50.
Number 50, Carter Collins, checking into the game for the Panthers. I think everybody on Chesapeake's bench has played tonight, except for Travis Grimm, who's hurt. He's looked down at the Fairland bench to see everybody's got their shooting shirts off. All of them that's still on the bench here has got a little bit of sweat rolled up. So, every kid's got to play in this game. Just the experience, when you're late in a ball game like this, to get some of these kids in a varsity, to get them some experience is very valuable. Fans a lot of times will kind of be on you, why you letting them play 40 seconds? But that 40 seconds, Coach, will come back to help you out somewhere down the road next year.
12, Cameron Shockley puts up the shot in his back of the rim. Chase Allen comes out of there with it, takes it down the lane, puts up a 15-footer, and it's off the rim. Rebound in there by Carter Collins, 5'11" freshman. Over to Danny Maynard. He puts up a three, and it's good. 78-46. 25 seconds to go in the game.
Coach, as we start wrapping this up, we want a big congratulations to Coach Speed and his staff, Coach Sayers, Coach Jordan, Coach Fuller, and Coach Smith, who's at home right now. Big shout out to those guys for the work that they've done. You know, I've got two. I'm very privileged here. Coach Speed's going to pick up his 196th career win as a boys coach. You know, I'm very fortunate. My coaches that I have here basketball-wise, I got Coach Buchanan, who's well over 200 for his career. Your daughter has the opportunity, Ashley has the opportunity to be a part of that staff. Coach Alt. My basketball staff from top to bottom, boys to girls, is just phenomenal, and I love those guys. Appreciate everything they do for our kids here at Fairland.
I got a great run of athletes coming through here. I remember the 2 trips to the state tournament for the girls and 1 for the boys. And just a great group of, but you know, you got to have some direction, and they've done a great job. We're not going to do any stats tonight. Gorby's not a mathematician.
No,
like
I'm
Dave
definitely
Carroll.
not that, Coach.
Dave, we miss you, love you, and congratulations on your victory.
That's right.
See you, Aaron.
Again, guys, we appreciate you joining in tonight here on the Armstrong Network and the Fairland YouTube channel. We're going to be back here Friday night for the boys' game against Rock Hill. Lord willing, we all make it back. It'll be senior night here at Carl York Center. We're going to celebrate these seniors, basketball players and cheerleaders before the start of the varsity game on Friday night. The Dragons, like you said, we play 8 games in 16 days, something like that. It seems like we're going to play, take a night off, play, take a night off.
I don't think it's going to hurt them any.
No, I don't think so. And then Saturday night, they're going to go to South Point. South Point's got 1 league loss. Fairland right now has no losses. So that's going to be a battle for a conference championship down there Saturday night at South Point.
Well, the Dragons run their record at 10-3 and 7-0 in the conference. Chesapeake calls to 7-9 overall and 4-7 in the conference. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. We thank you for joining us, and Coach, thank you.
Appreciate
you did
it.
a great job. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yes.
I don't know when, but Dave will probably be here on the next one. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. The Dragons win convincingly 78-46. Good night, everyone.